Alright, for the category critical thinking, I actually chose two pieces, both of which are essays. The first one is actually from an English class. It's my research paper that I had to do. And the topic I decided to choose was how fast food industries affect the deforestation in the Amazon basin for two reasons: cattle grazing and soybean production. So this paper basically involved me doing extensive research on both the pros and cons to the two sides, and basically the paper was about I think it's a 10-page paper, which is basically it's me going through and explaining the side of the environmentalists and how the destruction is bad for the environment and the future outcomes. And then the other half of the paper is me arguing the side of the moneymakers, and why it's good for the country, why it's good for the economy of the country, and how cattle grazing needs to stay there. And then the conclusion part is basically me coming together with both sides and drawing together a feasible outcome in which both sides could do. For instance, maybe the environmentalists talk to the cattle ranchers and the fast food companies to come up with a sustainable method of raising soybean and cattle, which maybe only uses the land that they currently use and doesn't harm any other land. So maybe ways to reuse the land that they've already used instead of just chopping down the rest of the forest. Brazil needs to make money. It's a country that has a thriving economy, and you can't just stop it because of environmental impacts. At the same time, though, you can't be a country that just goes off and destroys everything in its path. You gotta adapt to both sides. Sometimes maybe a little bit of land destruction is needed for a country to move forward. But as long as the country can maybe keep a majority of the land still, part of the environment, then that's what's needed. That's what's needed. I'm not saying that's my point, but the point of the paper was just to show both sides and then have the reader draw their own conclusion off the information I have read. Me, of course, being an environmental studies major, I'm very against all of the cattle raising and soybean production that's going on down there. I think it shouldn't be going on. But writing this paper, I couldn't just say that. I couldn't be biased. I had to state both sides and let the reader choose for themselves. And the second part, or second artifact I uploaded, is actually similar. It has to do with environmental impacts. It has to do with the Keystone Pipeline, which is going up soon, or still in the process. No one's really sure if it's going to go up or not yet. But the Keystone Pipeline is an essay I did in my environmental studies class my freshman year of college. It involved me just doing a lot of research on the Keystone Pipeline itself, and then also going through a lot of the readings I've done in class by a lot of environmentalists that are actually still alive to the date. But basically, I just had to go through and write a short essay. By short, I mean 3-page essay. Just kind of about my thoughts, my views of what's going on with the whole Keystone Pipeline, and what I think should be done about it, and how I can connect what's going on with the Keystone Pipeline to other situations that have happened involving the environment and the impacts in which we caused. So those are my two artifacts, or assignments that I decided to add for critical thinking. I hope you liked them. Thank you.